Hey everybody, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. As you can see, it's going to be Joe and Mac for the NES. Port of the arcade game by Data East. And unfortunately, this version of the game is not all that great. It's kind of crappy, actually. Graphically, it's alright. Sound-wise, it can be okay, but it's got some of the most atrocious enemy patterns in an NES game. It's just really not that much fun. Whereas the arcade game of Joe and Mac, as well as the Genesis version and Super Nintendo versions of that game, were all about just attacking enemies, kind of run and gun, or even Adventure Island style. This game is just, you're better off just trying to avoid most of the enemies on screen. Your main attack feels very underpowered. And the only way you can attack relatively quickly is by doing a super jump into the air and then attacking. So when you're on the ground, you can only attack just once, and then you have to wait for your bullet to hit or go away, and then you can attack again, and it's really slow. It doesn't feel very good at all. So to attack faster in the game, you can actually make 2 shots by double jumping and then attacking in the air. It's just really, it's kind of backwards, and it makes no sense. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just get right into the game. There is an options menu, but really there aren't many options. You can turn the music or sound effects on or off, and you can put it on 2-player mode if you want, which we're not gonna be doing. So let's get right into it. So Joe and Mac, again, I'd say it's most comparable to something like Adventure Island, but again, this was originally an arcade game, and it had many ports to varying consoles and computers in the early 90s. The NES one I actually owned as a kid, and I played this a lot as a kid. I used to really like this game, but trying to play through it recently for this Let's Play, I realized I don't really care for the game all that much anymore. You guys will see why once we get later on into the game. So there are a variety of weapons you can get in the game. However, I found that the only one that's a particular use is the wheel. And the wheel will probably be one of the first weapons we get, so let's cross our fingers it's one of the first weapons we get anyway. As you can see, you can actually attack up, which can be pretty useful. But one recurring theme in this game is the constant stream of pterodactyls, the green pterodactyls. They just come in really fast, they come in from all sides, and by the end of the game, you just want to reach through the screen and choke whoever developer made this game and decided it would be a good idea to have tons of pterodactyls flying at you at all times. In the other versions of the game, it was fun because they were big objects to be shooting at, they weren't that fast, and in the Super Nintendo version of the game, you could even jump on top of the pterodactyls. It was just goofy. But in this game, unfortunately, you can't do that. If you land on top of a pterodactyl, you're going to take damage. And I think there's going to be a weapon drop up here, actually, so let's hope it's the wheel. No, it's the tooth. I guess we'll take the tooth. Why did I take the tooth? It's so short. Wow, it even comes back down, too. That's different. In other versions of the game, it doesn't come back down. Wow, it's very weak, too. Okay. So, there's another attack you could do in the game. You can actually charge up. I don't usually recommend doing this. In this version of the game, it's not entirely useful. In the arcade and Genesis versions of the game, it's actually kind of a mandatory move because your regular attacks are so weak in those versions of the game. In this version of the game, that happens. If you hold on to it for too long, like half your life gets drained out. It's really stupid. It's a really dumb design choice. And I'm trying to kill this guy, hoping he drops some fruit or something. He's probably not going to. It's not even worth it. I made a big mistake by picking up this weapon. Big mistake. Look at it. It's so short range. It's so weak. So this guy, you really have to get right up close to actually do damage. You're only doing damage when he's turning white. And I really hope I get a different weapon for the next boss. Otherwise, the next boss is going to be pretty much impossible, and we're going to have to restart completely. Let's see what happens. So yeah, the charge attack in this game is not very useful. I do not really recommend doing it, except for in very specific situations. This level is one of those situations. Oh my god, it's so weak. So it's short range and it's weaker. Like, what's the point in having a weapon like that? There's absolutely no reason to have a weapon like that. It's just a waste. Oh, so frustrating, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Well, the hammer's still not that great, but it's better than the little knife we just had. Oh man, or the tooth. So this level is actually good to charge up, mainly because of these like little piranha plants. You have to be very careful to not fall into the water either. That'll also remove half of your health at least. So this is where you really want to charge up. Notice that if you charge, your attack does go up higher. And this is a part where you want to charge up as well. If you try to jump up and attack that guy, you're going to get hit, you're going to fall back into the water, and it's not any fun. Alright, boss time. Now this boss is extremely, extremely tricky. And I found out that, well, you guys will see. If you sort of sit right in the middle of these plants, you can usually jump up and attack the boss. But again, it's really tricky. If you don't do it just right, you get hit and you start getting juggled. Again, not exactly the best level design out there. And I don't think you can't get in close like that, because you die instantly like that. See? It's just really, really crap level design. It's just absolutely horrible. And then when you die at bosses in this game, you've got to go back and repeat some of the stage. On some levels, you got to do the entire level over again. And unfortunately, you don't get that many weapons in this game. I mean, there's quite a few to pick from if you actually run across them. But the problem is like you're at the mercy of just really... Oh my god, it did it again! Why? Why? Oh my god. This is horrible, guys. This is absolutely horrendous. I am sorry for this. I beat this game a couple times back to back, and I was like, you know, I got this. I can do a Let's Play on this with no problem. But no, I should have known this boss was going to give me hell. Because this is the boss that always gives me hell when it does give me hell. And I don't even know if you get continues in this game, honestly. So I really might just be better off just resetting. And those pterodactyls, man. If the pterodactyls weren't here, it wouldn't be as bad, but... It's just like, oh. Alright, we're gonna reset. We are resetting, guys. We're starting over. No point in continuing. Alright, let's try this one more time. So this first level is really one of the only levels in the game where you can actually just sort of take your time a little bit and just attack some enemies on the ground. Every other level just kind of requires you to jump a lot, dodge enemies, and it just gets worse throughout the course of the game. And it's just it's such a stark contrast to what the arcade versions and other home console versions of this game are like. Like, there's a lot of attacking happening in those games, and in this game, there's just... Attacking doesn't really get you very far. It doesn't really do a whole lot for you until you get to a boss, and then that's it. See if we can get the wheel this time and keep it. We didn't even get the wheel last time. We got the freaking tooth. Nobody wants the tooth. I've got my own teeth. I don't need some weak teeth to throw across the screen that does no damage, literally. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. Every time I played this game recently, it's always given me the wheel, and now it's giving me different weapons now that I'm trying to do a Let's Play. So it seems like there's definitely some RNG to the weapon drops, and that's really frustrating. Just gonna skip that guy, go straight to the boss. So we've got this this boomerang, which really isn't that great either. But it does. Oh my god, I messed that up. Messed up the charge. It does at least go a decent ways across the screen if you charge up. So there is that. The problem again is if you overcharge, you pretty much kill yourself, which is dumb. Really dumb with how this game is set up. I can understand like it wearing you out and then you taking a hit or something, but taking away half your health as punishment for not charging up or releasing it fast enough is just so stupid. It's absolutely horrendous design if you ask me. And I know I'm digressing hardcore. I'm complaining about a game that is a little over 25 years old as of recording this video. And it's just completely redundant to even be complaining about it in that light. But I can't help it. Like, it's a game I really liked as a kid. And kind of like Zool 2, many of you guys know about Zool 2, is, it just saddens me to go back to this game and realize how crap it is. You know, that's the depressing part to me. Is that I used to think really highly of this version of the game, and now I play it and I'm just like, wow, this is really kind of garbage. Like, look at this. This is so much fun. Yeah. It's just really bad level design. It's a shame because technically it's a sound game. I mean, I could use some more colors and stuff like that, but for the most part, I mean, it plays okay. Looks okay. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Alright, let's see if we can do anything with this boss and hopefully not die in one hit again. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Wow, what a absolutely horrible weapon to have here. Nope. Oh, I thought we were gonna die in one hit again. Well, now we... Oh my god, this is such crap, dude. And this is like the third boss in the game, you know? Every boss after this is infinitely easier than this boss. It's really stupid. Infinitely easier. Oh my god, I missed the jump. That's gonna cost me a lot. I need every... Oh, and I overcharged! Why does the game even let you do that? My god, this game sucks. This is a piece of shit game. I'm sorry, pardon my f***ing French, but this game is really pissing me off right now. Like, I haven't been this pissed off at an NES game in quite some time. This is just... f***ing ridiculous. Absolutely retardedly ridiculous. And of course I beat the game 2 times back to back, and I'm like, oh, I got this. I got this. Joe and Mac ain't got nothing on me. And here it is, it's just bending me over and just... God, and the other versions of this game are so much fun too. Like, I love playing Joe and Mac on other systems, but this version is just absolutely terrible. It's really a terrible game, guys. It's bad. Still haven't gotten the wheel, by the way. Are you gonna give me a wheel? Give me a freaking wheel. Yes! He gave me a freaking wheel. The wheel's great because it just travels along the ground. Whereas every other weapon in the game either comes back to you or it disappears when it hits the ground. So this is, without a doubt, the most useful weapon in the game. And it's powerful, too. So there's going to be one reoccurring theme in this game, and that is palette-swapped bosses. So remember this pterodactyl, and just remember it. And any boss we fought up to this point, except for the Venus flytrap, remember those two, because we're gonna be re-encountering them in slightly more difficult fashions. The pterodactyl will be way more difficult if I manage to lose the wheel until, you know, before then. If I can keep the wheel, I think I'll be fine. But that just really emphasizes how bad all of your weapons are in this game. They're terrible. Every single weapon in this game is borderline useless for the situations, except for the wheel. So it's like the game was designed with the wheel in mind, but you've got the chance of not actually getting the wheel at all, ever. And it's not like the kind of good RNG like Ghosts and Goblins has. Like in Ghosts and Goblins, enemies can drop these weapons. Any enemy. In this game, it seems like only the guys with canisters drop them. So in Ghosts and Goblins, if you get the wrong weapon, well, shit, just, I don't know, just sit around and just kill a lot of respawning enemies, and then you eventually get the weapon you want. But in this game, no, you can't do that. Game doesn't let you. This is actually going to be one of those bosses that we do not re-encounter again. Kind of like the Venus flytrap. Or the man-eating plant. I don't even know what it is. It wasn't really a Venus flytrap now that I think about it. It's kind of like it, but kind of not like it too. So, this boss was actually in the arcade version of the game, as well as the Genesis and Super Nintendo one, so it's cool that they brought it back. And most of these bosses were in those versions of the game as well. And this boss we're going to encounter here was also in other versions of the game. In this version, he is just super easy, so I'm not going to complain. I intentionally did not kill that guy up front because I didn't want to accidentally get hit and get knocked into a weapon I didn't want. That is something you've really got to worry about in this game. If you got a weapon you like this guy right here, I'm just gonna wait till he passes me. I am just kind of curious what he gives me. It's a crap weapon as usual. We're not gonna switch weapons. We got the freaking wheel. So yeah, super easy. On the Super Nintendo version, he turns into this like rolling object, and he rolls around the screen. He's a lot more difficult to deal with, but look, those guys are scared of the bad level design. They're trying to run away from it. So after this level, I think we go to another water stage and then fight a pterodactyl boss again. So this is where the palette-swapped bosses start appearing. And notice how I'm not even attacking at the enemies. You're better off just dodging them. That's just how this version of the game works. And it's really boring, actually. It's not that much fun. I know this has been an overly negative Let's Play compared to my other recent Let's Plays, but That's what it's like playing games like this. Trying to practice crappy games like this is just... And then when things don't go your way, when you're trying to do the actual recording of the video, it's just super, super frustrating. And I will be happy to say that I probably won't ever visit this game again after doing this Let's Play. So from here on out, we've got these little white, I don't even, bird-like enemies. They're kind of creepy looking, actually. And, again, I just don't even bother attacking them. That's just... Alright, I need to not die, because if I do die, I'm going to lose my wheel. Shit. Good, we got it. Alright, so I think there's going to be one more palette swap boss, and then we are at the final stage after that. Yeah. So we basically fight the big T-Rex again. Look, even more guys running from bad level design. Ooh, don't want to kill him. I'll definitely get knocked into whatever he drops, and that would not be good. Hey, look at this, we're just running to the right and jumping. It's just... it's so not fun. Not fun at all. What's great about the wheel is if you can hit the enemies both times, I mean with both wheels, you take off 2 hit points. Whereas with other weapons, you can hit them twice and it doesn't do anything. Like the tooth. You gotta hit them like 4 times more in order to do the same amount of damage. It's ridiculous. Well, that's an exaggeration, but it sure feels like it. And it's probably true because half the time you're actually trying to attack, you're actually not hitting the enemy because the tooth is so damn short-ranged. Look at this, I'm just like holding right and running and jumping. It's stupid. It's like, are we at the boss yet? Are we at the boss yet? Are we at the boss yet? Come on. Almost, there we go. One more hit. Got it. Wow, and we beat this piece of crap game. Oh my god, is this game a piece of crap? Is this game a piece of crap? Holy crap, this game's a piece of crap. I'm so glad that's over, guys. I'm so glad we actually managed to do it, for one. But especially after dying like 20,000 times at the Venus flytrap, or the man-eating plant, or whatever the hell it's called. The worst designed boss in the game, basically. We prevailed. With probably the worst Let's Play I've done in a very long time. That was extremely frustrating. I actually streamed just before doing this Let's Play, and beat the game twice on stream, and I was in the middle of beating it a 3rd time as well. And it was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Let's Play on it, and here we are with the worst Let's Play I've done in quite some time. So, Joe and Mac on the NES. Don't play this game. Yeah. This game... Oh, there's not enough room to write this game sucks. This game... That's right. It's just not a good game. I don't know how many more times I can say that. It's just... It's so sad. Oh, Elite Systems. It wasn't even ported by Data East. Alright. Elite, you guys suck ass. I have a feeling... Elite Systems, were those European developers? I don't know. I'm gonna need to look into it because that probably explains it all. Like the other versions were made by, I'm pretty sure those are actually ported by Data East in Japan, or at least Data East probably contracted them out to other Japanese developers. But this version was apparently made by a different studio, and Elite, I'm pretty sure, is not a Japanese studio, which could very well explain like the poor attention to detail and the crappy enemy patterns and so forth, and just completely unfair. Not even like there's intelligently unfair, where like the odds are against you, but you can still say if you do it just right, get through a boss without taking damage. In this game, it's just like the odds are against you, and there's no chance at beating anything without taking a hit, or getting insta-killed in the case of the man-eating plant boss. So, oh wow. What a horrible game. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. I hope my pain provided you some entertainment. I hope so, at least. If anybody is watching, and if you're watching my channel for the first time, feel free to subscribe. I've got a lot of Let's Plays on the way. Let's Plays that are much better than this one. And I've got plenty of Let's Plays here on my channel for you to sift through if you get bored one day. Everybody else that's already subbed, thanks as usual. I appreciate the support. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. So until then, take it easy.